Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man. Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Angel Gates for Downtown Eastside Lives Matter. I'm going to be talking to my friend here. This is Righty. Righty has a story to tell. This is basically the way that we are all treated down here when we deal with the BPD. It's unfair, and we'll let Righty tell his story. Righty, what happened to you?
What hasn't happened to me?
Yeah.
I left the province for 5 years after I was 18, and when I come back, I've been off the radar and, minding my own business, just, trying to deal with my own shit. And as soon as the cops found out that it was myself that was hanging out in the West End, getting high with everybody, they, I don't know, for the first year, they would roll up on me 20 strong. Shotguns out, guns out. And everybody was so excited over the fact that there's so many cops with guns out that none of them paid attention to the fact that they're all trained in on me. And I'm just sitting there being myself, being quiet, being nice. I haven't gotten into a fight with anybody, or I haven't been out of the province. And ever since then, I have been put in the back of a paddy wagon for 8 hours, doing 150 kilometers in Stanley Park for 8 hours with the heat on in the middle of summer. When they cracked the door 8 hours later, and I'm like, okay, let's go for another 8 hours, boys. I'm not done yet. Okay, I'm so dehydrated, I'm not sweating anymore. And I've given up a long time ago trying to fucking not bounce around. And like the moment they opened the door, I'm like, okay guys, let's go. It took me 4.5 hours to walk home that day.
How long?
4.5 hours to walk from Stanley Park to Gastown. Stanley. There was another instance, Marshall Smith. He was a gay drug dealer in the West End, used to be a screw, juvenile guard. Gets a warrant for his arrest. I'm the last person to be seen walking down the street with him. I spent 7 days in jail, being handcuffed and hogtied naked in a room that had a vent as long as I am, 1/2 foot tall, with it on, as cold as it would be. I was in there, I'd get released for 20 minutes,
I know who it is.
and then I'd be back in that cop shop for 8 hours in front of that fan before they would put me in front of it. And it got to the point where the judge is like, and all because they wanted me to roll over on Marshall Smith. I wouldn't, even if I did know, let alone I didn't know. And
Cops don't even like rats. Why do they do that to us?
Yeah, I know. Like, and this, he was not only was he like a dealer, he was my friend. And
Either way, you're not a rat.
Exactly. And and there's so many times, like, their job, their mandate is to fucking help people. And granted, some of us down here, we're down here because they want to be. But for people like myself who end up down here because nobody was willing to help them, and I'm left to my own devices, trying to figure out things on my own, they would just beat me down instead of trying to help me. And okay, yeah, whatever, I'm doing crime, I'm doing drugs, but I'm not doing them because I want to. I ended up down here because I had nowhere else to go, not because I wanted to fucking be down here.
Robbing people, but you're an honest man, right? Well, I get that.
Yeah. But at the same time, I always made up for it. Like I've always made up for it. Fucking, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not in the, if they haven't gone so completely out of character to fucking try and get even with me, I don't have a problem paying them if I. But like if you're gonna like intimidate my friends of 15 years and withhold dope and make them look at me like they're terrified, and I've been friends with this girl for 15 years. I'm one of the few guys that she can look at and not see a predator or have somebody to look at me like that. Like the type of people that granted, I understand that it's that doesn't mean that has to be who you have to be. Like just because circumstances dictate.
Some people that just messes them to weird levels.
I was almost a snuff video by the age of 4. You don't see me with 7 other little boys locked in my room. So what, I'm gay, big deal. But like rise above it, like fucking be a better person, fucking.
You were born gay, honey. It doesn't mean my son's gay, and I know
And
nothing
like,
happened to him. You know,
just
and
because fucking.
you just had,
Yeah,
you were
it's-
strong.
And then just everything
people
in everything in general. Like I just started seeing a psychiatrist here recently because something has to give. Like I'm angry and upset over things that I've learned that just don't really matter.
That's right.
You know, but at the same time, they won't leave me alone. The cops won't leave me alone. I've got 9 months clean, and fucking I'm still being jumped and beaten up by cops. Like I'm trying to better my life, and they don't want me. You know, they're mad because I'm down here. Now I'm trying to get out, and all they're doing is beating me down and fucking trying to make me relapse. They want me down here.
Sometimes
what it
this
seems
place
like.
saves us too. You know, like
There's nothing like as much as I
they're
would
trying
love
to push you
to
to be
change.
weak. Don't let them do
As
it.
long as I would love to change a lot of my circumstances, that would inevitably mean that it would change who I am.
That's right. Me too.
And I'm I'm happy with who I am, regardless of how I ended up getting here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but that doesn't give the cops any right to
No, it
fucking
doesn't. It does.
to
The
beat
cops.
me or to.
Nobody has the
They're
right to do
supposed to
that
be
to you.
an unbiased, unjudgmental, to serve and protect, not to fucking beat us down
That's right.
and depress us and suppress us more.
What's sad is those are kids that are raised by our government and the media too, so they're
What
ignorant when
what
they look at us.
surprises me is that it's kids in general,
It is.
and it doesn't matter if it's your kids. The fact that it could be your kids, your brother's kids,
Yep.
your friend's kids,
Could be
it's
anybody.
somebody's kids, and instead of doing the right thing, all they're doing is trying to take advantage of them and beat them down further.
Mhm.
You know, and that's wrong.
It is.
And it's going to get to the point where, like, you know, now I might only be one person, but I can do a lot on my own. But I can't be the only one that's like this. You know, and God help them if we ever find more than just one of each other, because like then, like, you know, if I could find half 100, fucking even 10 guys like me,
Angry.
I would fucking give them a run for their money. Like
I think that's what we need is a rising up as a revolution
I do
against
too.
this shit. Like,
I do too, because
it's a crime to be poor.
Just
That's
because,
what this
yeah,
is.
exactly. Just because they put their hand, I'll put my hand on a Bible and swear to God to tell the truth, and I'll do a better job at protecting everybody than they will. You know, that they ever could.
I think we already do down here protecting
I
ourselves.
really want to see if I can legally make an event. Like, I'll host, I'll pay for it, and pay them $1,000 to sign on the dotted line that they're not a cop for the next 20 minutes, and then they can take a number and
We
get
can
in
box
line
with them. Oh my God,
and
that'd be
get in
awesome.
line, or they can go all at once. And I don't care how many there are. I'll pay them all $1,000 each, just so I can have peace of mind, so that they know that I'm better at fighting than they are. And
That would be
fucking-
awesome.
I would. I want. That's what I want to do.
I think we
Just
should.
so I can prove to people and to prove to them that fucking they are not tough. You know, they think they're tough, but they're tough because they've got the law.
Yeah.
They are no
They are the
better-
world's largest gang.
They are no better than the goof rapists that molest children because kids can't fight back.
That's the ones that are like that. No,
They are
but,
no better. They are no
yeah,
better.
That's right. But we should also say that there are just okay. There
What,
are
they're
some
goof, but they're good
officers
goofs?
that come in.
They're
No,
good
no,
goofs.
there's no good goofs. But there are some people that get into it for the sake of helping people, and the other cops corrupt them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Or
what's
it's those six-
worse?
those six.
Getting into the job
six.
because they really want to make a difference, and then slowly over time become corrupted.
Or
and
some of them
fucking-
leave because their hearts are too soft for it.
Well, that's what happened with my sister. But
Yeah.
what about the ones that fucking that they think that fucking the job security is worth overlooking, selling themselves out and the fucking human being next
No,
to
that's
them.
not okay.
That's not
You know what? That's not
That's
okay in
not
anything.
right.
And I see that in like not just in the law enforcement. I see that in the SRO staff
Yes.
down here.
Yeah.
I see that in
It's
Yeah,
like,
illegal.
totally,
It's
that's what I was
illegal.
saying.
If you
Yeah.
it's
They're like
illegal.
rent-a-cops.
If you pay damage deposit, there is no guest requirement, no ID, no guest times, no nothing.
But we're-
if you pay damage deposit. But now that they've instituted, we provide food, we can do whatever the fuck
They
we
don't
please,
care.
and they don't. But then why? Then what's with the guest ID then? Because if they don't,
that's illegal too.
it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
Right now, what I see right now, this is the only time you will ever hear me say this because I have fought against that fucking ID system.
Yeah.
since I fucking got here.
Yeah.
But right now, with the like, somebody in my building here just died recently, and his guest died with him. Had they not known that he had a guest, you know, maybe his guest would have ended up dead in the toilet while they pulled him out, and who knows when they would have found him. You see what I mean? Or one guy went to jail and they didn't know he had a guest, didn't find his guest until well into the jail, so they saw sort of stink in the hallway, right?
Oh, he died while he was in his
Well,
room.
he was in his friend's room, and his friend went to jail in the meantime while he's waiting, you know. So right now,
Oh, and his
in
friend
light,
didn't have anywhere to go, and he was staying with him
Yes.
until.
so nobody knew he was here, and so in light of this, and they didn't know who he was to like report it to any like.
But
They
you
know
see,
who he was.
that's the thing. But
that's
that's
the thing right now. It's
Like
weird.
they don't need
They
we,
kinda-
they don't need our names.
No,
they
they
just
need to know who
that
there's
there's
somebody
one
else.
tenant
That's right.
plus their partner,
Yeah.
boyfriend or girlfriend,
Yeah.
plus one or two guests.
Yeah.
They don't need names and birth dates. They just need
Yeah.
to know that there's two
That there's
tenants
more than one
plus
person in
one
that.
guest
Yeah.
in this room at this time. Okay,
Yeah.
even if you're signed out for safety reasons, that's all they need.
Yeah, we
So
call
that if
ourselves
the
fairly
building is
safe for all
burning
of that.
down, they don't overlook that room because
Yeah.
as far as they know, they don't think there's somebody. But that's all
Yes,
they need.
that's right.
They
You know
don't
what? That's
need.
right.
They
They
don't.
don't need
They
our
don't
ID.
need our
Yeah,
ID,
they don't need
and they can't deny us access. Every
Yeah.
time I've been denied, told I can't bring a friend up, I come up the stairs. I'm like, oh, well, we're walking. We take the stairs up,
I've done that
and then
once
the
or
cops,
twice.
cops get off the
Not here
elevator.
since I lived here. But
I'm like on the phone with my lawyer already, and I'm like, I'm already on the phone with my lawyer.
Yeah.
The elevator door doesn't even close. They're back on the elevator and going back down.
yeah, they've come to my room
Like,
too and been like,
yeah.
because I've done it with
I won't
Turtle.
even open the door. I won't even open the door, and I'm like, and I egg them on. Like the first time, 20 minutes,
Not
20
violently.
minutes straight. 3 of them are like, let me in, beating on the door, and me and B are in there, and that's when I throw in the fucking.
Mine, I live in
No.
is good. Just so you know, hi Jerry. But
Hi, people.
but I just but I think
Pig,
that is a
fuck
good
you.
topic for our next Downtown Eastside Lives Matter.
I want to live in this building.
Thank you.
I
A
wanna live
special
in this
thank you
building.
to Righty and
Thank you. Richard, yell us if the pigs have forgotten for some reason.
Richard Gillis again.
Yes.
Spaz.
Hey, what's up, people? East Bend rocks.
and,
Righty.
Righty the kitchen. Salute.
and I'm Angel Gates for Downtown Eastside Lives Matter too. Peace.